Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Crick Bleed. This is Lax. Today we're going to discuss about the second quarterfinal match which was played against India and Pakistan at Bengaluru on March 9th. So let's get into the video for more details. Today we are going to talk about the blockbuster game of 96 World Cup. When I say blockbuster, it's India versus Pakistan. So this is just not a game, it's an emotion of a nation, and everybody expects India to win against Pakistan at any cost. Even they are ready to concede the World Cup, but they don't want to lose against Pakistan. So such was the intensity behind this game. So this was a quarter-final match which was played on March 9th at Bengaluru between India and Pakistan. And India qualified to the quarterfinal by beating Zimbabwe comprehensively. So they wanted to, win this game desperately and move towards the semi-final. And similarly, Pakistan is also a very strong side. And when you talk about India and Pakistan, it's always going to be Indian batting versus Pakistan bowling. So Pakistan have got tremendous bowling. So they have got Wasim Akram, Waqar Younis, Aqib Javed, Mushtaq Ahmed. So the batting is also very strong in this game. And when you talk about Pakistan, it's always bowling that comes first. But you don't have to take credit away from Pakistan batting. They have got tremendous batting like Amir Sohail, Saeed Anwar, Inzamam Ulaq, Javed Miandad is playing his last World Cup, Salim Malik. So many good players. So this was played in Bengaluru. This was the first day and night game, and there was 55,000 people capacity in the ground that were watching this game. So Mohammad Azharuddin won the toss, and without any hesitation he decided to bat first. Obviously when India and Pakistan they are playing the game, you always expect to bat first because that will actually relieve the pressure. It's a high pressure game, so if you want to bat first, there'll be no pressure of scoreboard, and you can score a good target and put pressure on the opposition. So that's what Mohammad Azharuddin thought of doing in this game. And just before the game there was a disappointment for the Pakistani team because Wasim Akram, he was not playing the game. So Indians they won the toss, and this time they came up with the same combination what they have opted for Zimbabwe game. So they opened the innings with Navjot Singh Sidhu and Sachin Tendulkar. India got off to a positive start. So the first wicket partnership was almost 90 runs. That's when Sachin Tendulkar got out. After that, every batsman chipped in with some runs. Sanjay Manjrekar came in and he scored some 20 runs. He got out, and then Sidhu was playing very well at the other end. He scored a 93. Azharuddin played a good knock, and Vinod Kamli showed some brilliance. So every Indian batsman who was walking onto the crease, they were contributing with some runs. So nobody was getting out immediately, though there was very small partnerships in between, but every batsman were contributing towards the scoreboard. So that was a very positive sign for the Indians in this World Cup, especially in a quarterfinal game. India, they reached about 230 for 5, and they had about 5 overs remaining. So Indians had 5 overs to play with, and that's when the match got very interesting. Ajay Jadeja, who was pushed to low down the order, he came with one of the magnificent innings you would ever see. That was such a brilliant innings. He scored 45 of 25 balls, and Waqar Younis was the premium fast bowler of Pakistan bowling, and he was slaughtered in all directions. Jadeja was hitting him for a massive sixes and boundaries. Waqar Younis was almost conceding 22 runs of 1 over. He conceded 18 runs of the final over. So the way Jadeja was playing, he was giving an absolute celebration to the Indian crowd. They were enjoying and they were jumping with joy at that time, you can say. As a fan, I was so much excited to see the way, Ajay Jadeja was playing at that time. So from nowhere, India reached 287 for 8. Those days, that was a massive score. Make no mistake, not many teams would reach 300 runs at that time. So because of the blistering knock that Jadeja played at the end, and the way Waqar Younis was taken to the cleanest, so India reached a comprehensive total of 287 for 8, and in a quarter-final high-pressure game, and playing in India, it was always going to be a tough chase for Pakistan. So that was awesome entertainment any Indian fan would have looked for. You know, I could recollect the memory. So we were sitting and watching the game, and I was 10 years old. So we used to prepare a cardboard of 4 and 6 symbols, and whenever Jadeja hits a 6, we used to show that cardboard and we used to celebrate. So Pakistan started the chase, and what we saw for the first 10 overs was absolutely stunning from a Pakistan team perspective, because the start was so amazing. Both Saeed Anwar and Amir Sohail were thrashing the Indian bowling, and they reached a score of 84 for no loss after 10 overs. The ball was flying in all directions, and suddenly the Indians could recollect the Sri Lankan game, the way Romesh Kalavitharan and Jai Surya thrashed the Indian bowling. In the same way, Anwar and Sohail also came up with a blistering start. So all of a sudden, the 55,000 crowd who were watching the game were absolutely silent. There was pin drop silence, and nobody was enjoying that except for the Pakistanis. So Saeed Anwar got out, Javagal Srinath picked up the wicket, and that had provided some relief to the Indian bowling. And then Amir Sohail was playing really well. But what happened was, he thrashed Venkatesh Prasad for a boundary, and he showed his bat, and he waved his bat to Venkatesh Prasad, telling him that, see how I've thrashed you, and I'm going to do the same for you. So that's how he provoked Venkatesh Prasad, and that fired up Venkatesh Prasad, and he came back and he picked up the wicket of Sohail, and that changed the complexion of the game. So from 113 for 1, Sohail got out, and 113 for 2, and all of a sudden Ijaz Ahmed, Inzama Mulak, everybody got out, and Prasad picked up all the wickets. That incident fired up Prasad, and he came up with some of the brilliant bowling performances, and all of a sudden he took Pakistan to 132 for 4. Then Javed Miandad and Salim Malik put up a good partnership, and Salim Malik got out, and then Rashid Latif was looking really dangerous. He got out, and so once Rashid Latif got out, the lower order couldn't, they continue that innings forward. So the wickets were falling at a heap, and so Pakistan were stumbling to 248 for 9, and India winning the match by 39 runs. So it was a memorable victory for India. This was the second consecutive World Cup victory against Pakistan in 92 and 96. So India were holding their upper hand as far as the World Cup contest is concerned. So India won against Pakistan, and they qualified for the semi-final at Kolkata against Sri Lanka. But Pakistan were out of the tournament. And Pakistan were under tremendous pressure from their public. They couldn't go back to their country again. All of them moved to different countries because their government has actually told them not to come to Pakistan after a defeat to India. So such was the intensity behind that game. So that was a memorable victory for India, and it was something to relish for all the Indian fans. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. I see that many people are watching my videos, but you're not subscribing to my channel. So please do that for getting the immediate notifications of my future videos, and also press the bell icon for getting the immediate notifications of my future video. So until then, signing off, this is your Lax. Have a good day, friends. Bye.